To see the fully uncut version of this video, head over to patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons.
What's that like to live deliciously? Chaos reigns.
Please don't scream.
Nah, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
What's happening? My name is Jonjo Lyons, and today I'm here to present to you my revisit of ReGOREgitated Sacrifice. Written and directed by Lucifer Valentine, ReGOREgitated Sacrifice stars all of these lot. A girl with disturbing hallucinations continues her downward spiral into hell, not for the faint of heart, to say the least. How's it going, my favourite bunch of lost souls uncontrollably barreling down into the pits of hell? It's that time again. Time to revisit another one of his films. Yes, we'll be once again travelling to the world of Lucifer Valentine. There are 3 reasons for this. Reason number 1, my last video closing out the Gates of Hell trilogy, The House by the Cemetery, absolutely the bed with the views. And despite me not being so sure about the movie, I was super proud of that video, so that was a real kick in the Reason number 2, I had to pick something short so I could get a new video out to you as soon as possible. And reason number 3, I'm a piece of with the future prospects of a lemming with cancer and the charisma of Charles Manson's cheese. I deserve this. ReGOREgitated Sacrifice is the second in Lucy V's Vomit Gore trilogy that isn't really a trilogy, and the only thing that I remember from the last time I saw it was how angry it made me and how the Soska sisters kissed a bunch. I was so shocked and impressed by the first entry in this series that I went into this one thinking it was going to be just as good, if not better. Instead, what I got was a repetitive, boring, and artistically barren piece of clear fetish slop. Pretty much everything that everyone says about every one of Lucifer Valentine's films. Long story short, I hated it with a passion. Also, if you want to know if my opinion on the original Slaughtered Vomit Dolls has changed over the years, you can go and watch my revisit, which I'll link in the corner or something. Will I still feel the same about this one 5 years later? Let's find out. But before we get into all of that, I just want to remind you, you can see this video completely uncut and early at patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons for as little as $3 a month. That's it. Want to see the uncut videos, gain access to the Discord, and see all the Patreon exclusive full reviews that can't be on YouTube anymore? Go over there now. Also, as most of you should know, my short film Better Anything is complete. If you still wanted to claim any of the perks that are going to be going out in early 2026, go over to the link in the pinned comment and description below. Any money donated through the Indiegogo will be going towards paying the fees to get it submitted to festivals. Submitting to festivals can get expensive, and pretty much every single extra penny that I have is going towards that, so if you can help in any way, that would be massively appreciated. If you want to see an exclusive clip from the film or the trailer, go over to instagram.com/Jonjo Lyons Reviews. It's all over there. But anyway, I'm in the mood to be bitterly angry, so let's not waste any more time. Get ready to experience Angela's agony one last time. Or until I have to cover the third one again. This is ReGOREgitated Sacrifice. The movie begins with a disclaimer which sets the tone of things to come as we cut to the credits, then to a pretty horrible sounding phone call from Angela Aberdeen.
I believe in you. Yeah, I do. I love it when you beat me up. I like it when you me. Because it feels good. Because I know that you care about me and you're doing it because that's what you like.
Yeesh. This is going to be a rough one, you guys. Angela talks about her family turning their back on her, how her father hurt her, and how she's never going back. How she's a runaway.
I love you so much. You know that. I love you more than life because you're real to me.
She says goodbye and closes her eyes as we cut to the footage of young Angela and then to some woods where we meet these two, joined at the head and played famously by the Soska sisters, who, as you may know, have gone on to make some incredible films of their own, including American Mary. Unusual Horror, who actually sold this top, are doing a new American Mary line at the moment, which was also designed by my mate Gibson Graphics. Go follow Unusual Horror and Gibson Graphics. Gibson Graphics artwork is sick. You can also try the promo code Jonjo at checkout for some money off. I'm not sure if that still works anymore, but if it does, there you go. Anyway, I think I've stalled long enough. We get Woods on speed, then see the sisters some more, intercut with young Angela and adult Angela in her final moments. Cut to the sisters in the void/photography studio as a man in gloves takes their heads in his hands. We also see the date April 5th, 1994 flash up, which, as we said in the Slaughtered Vomit Dolls revisit, was the day that Kurt Cobain did the thing that he's second most famous for, allegedly. Anyway, then the man in the gloves starts to cut. I don't know why, but that shot really makes me fancy some sloppy joes. I'll give him a ring after I finish filming. Look, this film isn't very funny, okay? I'm doing my best. In a shot I don't think I noticed before, we see Angela under the water and the sisters looking down on her from the surface, which is actually pretty nice, making it seem as though this film takes place directly after the events of the first. The sisters then lay down, leaking all over the shop, when we cut to Angela naked on the floor and the sisters on the sofa. Cut to shoes and then to the sisters kissing Angela's pregnant belly. We then see them cuddling in bed when things start getting rather saucy. So I think these two are supposed to be demons nurturing Angela on her way down to hell, which honestly doesn't seem all that bad. We then cut to this monstrosity from the first movie.
House first come back in 1973. House first come back in 1974.
Cool, so is this the many abductions of all the lost women and other versions of Angela over hundreds of years? I know we're led to assume later in the series that Angela is more of an idea than one specific person, so this could be the genesis of that. Cut to the sisters getting their fashion on, then getting drunk as This stripper then enters and they get her to drink when things start getting pretty damn sexy again.
Touch me. Gosh, I came here to dance for you girls.
Cut to her dancing for the sisters and stripping when it looks like they start having... They get the woman more drunk to the point of being unable to dress herself, then begin to violently bite her. This, I assume, is the demons corrupting another soul before devouring her. Although, personally, I kind of want to stick to the theory that any woman we see in the film is just another version of Angela. Anyway, then we finally get to the all-important vomiting. And shots of the woman dead in the bathtub.
I've heard that twins have twin languages that they speak. We would try and be as quiet as possible. And I remember I would sneak into her room and we would talk to each other and we would talk so quiet.
Cut to the sisters kissing above Angela as we see flashes of their open brains. A shot, if I remember correctly, is repeated about 4,000 times over the course of the film. It's been a while since I last sat through this, but I remember that shot really f***ing annoying me. Cut to Angela telling us more horrible shit from her past.
And my little 92-pound body couldn't take it. I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I don't want to remember. I don't think about that. That wasn't me.
And again, as I said in my revisit of Slaughtered Vomit Dolls, when I first saw these scenes, I thought this was the performance of a f***ing lifetime.
That wasn't me. No, they didn't look anything like me. It was this blonde 92-pound bruise, fucking ugly. Oh.
Now I'm not so sure, but I guess we'll never know.
And it wasn't me. It wasn't anything close to me. And so I didn't do anything with my life because I didn't expect it to last.
Cut to the blonde version of Angela we just heard about, intercut with shots of young Angela. We then hear Angela sing. Next, Angela strips and poses before cutting back to more sad stories, and eventually Angela covered in what I assume is saliva. Probably. Cut to a gas station at 9 PM, 10 PM and 11 PM when an unnamed woman is abducted.
Please don't hurt me. Please.
And for the next few minutes, a few minutes that feel like an eternity, we watch this woman get tortured throughout the night.
I promise to be a perfect child of Satan.
Actually, that's another movie, but never mind. You're going through a lot. Then vomiting. And death. Well, that was f***ing horrible, wasn't it? I've got to say, for real, and I'll talk about it in the breakdown, but for some reason that scene hit way harder this time around. What a repulsive sequence of events. Back to the sisters posing and stripping before cutting one of their legs and getting bloody. They then cut into each other and lick the wounds before fully fighting in the blood. Next, they have another kiss in the bathroom, and we cut to Angela, then to Miss Lake Washington in 1994. She also gets naked and is attacked, then pisses all over the camera, which is lovely. Money is stuffed into Angela's mouth as a knife is shoved into Miss Washington's, which I'm sure is supposed to be some sort of metaphor. Washington is then strapped down by the sisters, and the editing goes wild as they cut into her and pull out all of her guts. The sisters dig around in the woman's tum-tum, then start beating her with their own guts, which my girlfriend Cassidy thought was really funny. This is all awful and all, but I just keep thinking about the poor that's gonna have to clean up this photo studio after they finish shooting. Just some poor with a mop cleaning up vomit and blood. The woman is then strangled with their own guts and made to vomit with them. Q, who I think is the skull vomiter from the original movie. I've got to say, I really hate this. Anyway, he eats the guts and vomits more as we see a shot of young Angela, then cut back to the dude using a rubber foot to make himself throw up. Cut to a girl pissing into a cup and then drinking it. Oh, no, I'm not cutting to it, but the movie does. She then gets vomited on and the vomiter gets the shit slapped out of her. Cut to even more vomiting, which looks like raw egg yolk, and then to Piss Girl talking about getting gang and puking everywhere.
5 guys with in their ass screaming at my face.
AKA my dad's birthday surprise. I had to get one in there. The girl then strips and vomits on a mirror a bunch when we cut back to Angela.
I know what I dream. I don't know what you know.
Cut to Piss Girl getting slapped and vomiting. And that's when they get a tarantula and sew it into her vagina. Now, I remember the last time I reviewed this, somebody in the comments was adamant that this was real, and it's not. It's clearly f***ing not. But still, fake or not, what a f***ing horrible idea. Anyway, then they cut her head off, which to be honest at this point is probably a relief. And of course, Skull Vomiter does more vomiting. Why is it red? Then comes what I think may be one of the most haunting moments in the entire series.
Unbelievable.
fucking amazing. You look like a movie star.
Cut to Piss Girl getting her eyes stabbed out of her decapitated head with a screwdriver. Then we get more shots of Angela showing us lots of mixed emotions. Cut to Piss Girl's head being scalped, Angela welcoming us to the last night of her life.
April 5th, 1994. And welcome to the last night of my life.
And then to the demon sisters helping her give birth. And that is when the whole story comes together.
My name is Angela Aberdeen. I'm also known as Blisters. I'm 19 years old. I was last seen on a swingset near Lake Washington.
See? It all makes sense now. Because she was abducted from a park called Washington, and that girl from earlier was called Washington, and she had her guts ripped out. I mean... Cut to the sisters dropping an octopus on the severed head, and then this juggalo-looking motherfucker coming in, wearing the sea creature as a crown, vomiting into the skull, then drinking it, and so on when the vomit comes out of the girl's eyes, which is just ridiculous. I just can't with this movie anymore. I just can't. Cut to more shots of Angela that just make me feel sad, and then to shots of the house Kurt Cobain shot himself in, allegedly, as we get another call from Angela in distress.
I love you, and I'm so afraid that I'm gonna make you hate me.
We see some notes to Kurt carved into the fence, then have Angela read one of them.
I miss you, Kurt. ReGOREgitated Sacrifice.
She then strips off in a clearly plastic blood in her mouth. Finally, the juggalo vomits over the credits and the film comes to an end. The end. Well, I f***ing hate it. I'm not as angry as I was last time, but I still f***ing hate it. ReGOREgitated Sacrifice is a film that I just f***ing despise. It's a step down from the original in every possible way, with the added bonus of an extra layer of hatred. I will never, ever watch this shit again. The story is simple enough, with Angela descending into hell with the help of two demon sisters. Along the way we get more backstory on Angela and get to see other versions of her tortured, which is fine. Then at the end she sucks off the devil or whatever. Also, is she supposed to have been impregnated by the demons or the devil himself? I mean, it's clear that Brandy Petrie was just pregnant at the time of shooting, but in universe, who knows? Also, what is the connection to Kurt Cobain? What relevance does it have to Angela apart from the fact that Lucy is obsessed with him? Angela was abducted on the same day he offed himself? Is that it? I don't know. I feel like I got more from this on the second viewing, but again, it does not compare to the narrative of the first. A narrative which I will always admit could very well be a creation all of my own. One more thing. This might sound stupid, but I found this film to be so much more hateful this time around. Especially the scene of the woman abducted and tortured. I thought I was genuinely numb and dead inside, but found that section of the film really hard to get through. It's just misery and aggression and hatred and pain, but I guess that's the point. Onto the characters, and once again we get a painfully real performance from Brandy. There is a lot of her just staring into camera with the sisters, but her moments of backstory and her singing were heartbreaking. Then there's the Soska sisters, who were pretty entertaining, especially when they started beating the shit out of each other. Other than them, we get a lot of vomiting from the two blokes, and that's it. Moving on. Onto the gore and as as this movie is, you can't fault the prosthetic work. The piss drinker getting her head cut off, scalped and vomited into was gnarly, not to mention the subbing and the eye stabbing. Then there's the woman who had all of her guts removed. Honestly, the effects look great, but there's not nearly enough. The sisters' brains also looked really good, but the kidnapped woman doesn't count because they just dumped a bunch of blood on her. Production-wise, we're getting more of the same from Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. And while I was originally impressed with that movie's style, this one just feels uninspired. It's the same, but not as good. In the end, my opinion on ReGOREgitated Sacrifice has not changed since the last time I saw it. I guess I did find it more hateful this time around, but it's still a version of the first movie. It's a film I have absolutely no desire to see ever again and do not recommend it to any of you. There. Punishment received. So that was my revisit of ReGOREgitated Sacrifice. What do you lot think? I really mean it when I say I am never ever going to see this film again. As I said, it's possible I'll revisit the third movie just because I really like the ending of that one, but after that, that'll be it for Lucy. The rest of them are shit anyway, especially the Angela chapters. Black Metal Veins wasn't that bad, I guess. And A Perfect Child of Satan had a very good moral at the core of it. But anyway, after the third one, that's it, and that's not going to happen for a while. At least this one had the extreme gore and a pretty good ending if you like watching women suck on plastic penises and then get blood on them. Speaking of which, if you want to see Piss Girl's head get removed completely uncut and early, head over to patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons. There you can find the uncut version of this review, plus others with more stuff being added every single week. We got the uncut reviews, Patreon exclusive reviews, slasher comic breakdowns, and the Discord. And all that could be yours for as little as $3 a month. $3! You can pledge more, I really appreciate it as I need the money to send my short film Better Anything to every film festival across the globe. As I said in the opening, that shit gets expensive, with one of my favourite film festivals that I really want to get into being like 50 quid. Quid means pound. Pound means dollar. So yeah, any way that you can help would be massively appreciated. Thank you. So that's it for another week. Like the video, leave a comment and click subscribe if you haven't already. My name's Jonjo Lyons and I promise next week we'll get back to something genuinely good. But for now, sweet dreams and stay away from plastic penises that blood. Your mum already called dibs.